I'm back. Did you miss me? Well, I have definitely missed you. It's been a while, hasn't it? So what in the world has been going on? Where have I been? More importantly, where am I going? All that and much more coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Adventures of Birdman. I've waited over 6 months to say this, but it's Birdman, baby. How you doing, everyone? And thank you for watching. That is, if you're still following us, despite being gone for over 6 months. It's been a while. So what in the world is going on? Why in the world would I start a brand spanking new YouTube channel, load up about a small handful of videos, and then just up and disappear out of the wild blue yonder? Well, the short answer to that is life happened. And it is what it is. Things happened. Last August, my wife and I decided that we would take advantage of an improving housing market, and we put our home up for sale. August, we put our home on the market, and much to our surprise, it was under contract in less than a week. And then on top of that, it closed about less than 3 weeks after that. So anyone who's ever been through the entire selling and buying and moving and packing and all of that, you know good and well that sent us into a whirlwind of just chaos and craziness. And so that's what happened. Of that, some things had to suffer, and hiking was one of those. Well, for an example, I missed out on some prime hiking opportunities because I found it was necessary. Instead of taking a day and running off to the mountains, I had to either do some packing or some unpacking or looking at houses or something. So we missed some prime opportunities, and that's okay. Stuff happens. It is what it is. And unfortunately, though, the hiking was not the only thing that suffered. Hiking was not the only thing that suffered. Unfortunately, during that same amount of time, I also my exercise pretty much disappeared. And along with it, my diet. Short, all that hard work that I had done last year, all that training and improving of cardio and exercising and trying to maintain a semi-healthy diet and all that type of stuff, well, it disappeared rather quickly. About a 3-month period, we stayed with my mom, and so that plus all of our cookware and our kitchenware was boxed up who knows where, and we didn't want to mess up my mom's stuff, so we got in the habit of ordering takeout just about every night. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I was not ordering salads. So 3 months straight of that, and it is what it is. So, but anyway, I've suffered because of that, because last year I worked really hard, we made some serious improvement. I lost like 35, almost 40 pounds, then turned right around the last 6 months and gained it all back. But the past was the past, and it is what it is. No more crying over spilt milk. We're moving forward. Yesterday was yesterday, but what about today, and what about tomorrow? Well, simply put, if you fall off of a horse, what do? If you're smart, you turn around and you get right back on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick right back up. It's been a while, but we're going to starting this week, actually. We're going to start eating healthy again. We're going to get that diet regulated and under control. We're going to start exercising again. And maybe you're thinking, okay, Dave, that's great and everything, but what does that have to do with the channel? What does that have to do with the videos? Why are you telling us this? Well, as part of that renewed exercising, there will be some hiking involved in it. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to start slow. I feel like I basically have to start all over again, if I'm being perfectly honest. It is what it is, to build my cardio back up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off slow and low. What does that mean, slow and low? Well, slow is pretty self-explanatory. Low will count for low mileage and low elevation. We're not going to do any major climbing. Number one, it's still winter time. It's still, can you see, Yeah, there's snow and ice still out here. I mean, it's cold out here. It's cold out here, and so right now, number one, I don't have the cardio to go out and climb in huge mountains right now. That's one thing. Number two, it's cold, and so the higher the elevation, you have more snow, you have more rocks and ice, or boulders are iced over. And quite honestly, number one, I don't really like hiking in the cold, but number two, I don't have sufficient winter gear. Like, I don't own micro spikes or things like that, so I'm not trying to go out there and kill myself or have a cardiac arrest, because I'm trying to do more than I can do at the time. But that is what it is. But we're going to start slow. Few weeks while it's still cold, we're going to start off here. So what can you look for coming up? Very soon you're going to be seeing some videos I'm going to add. I figured this is a good time to add to my local hike series. Right, when I say local hikes, I'm referring to within about an hour and a half's drive of the Piedmont Triad area in North Carolina. There's a lot of stuff right here in our own backyard that many people may know about, but some people may not know about. So we're going to expose some of that. We're going to anything from a little quick lunchtime hike to maybe a good half a day or whatever. Not major elevation, nothing like that. We're going to start, and so we'll do that. We'll highlight some of those things, and then for the next maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and then about that time, it is the latter end of February. March is just around the corner, which means spring is, thank goodness, just around the corner. So as those temperatures start to go up, and right about that time, I should simultaneously be getting my hiking legs back and my cardio back. Then we'll tackle some higher elevation. So we're going to look at some more things in this area. And another thing that we can look at, just a few suggestions of what we're going to be covering, hopefully at least what we're planning for this season coming up. Some of them are names, but we're not talking about just driving to the top. We're going to try to do Grandfather Mountain. We're going to try to do Mount Mitchell. I want to go back to the Roan Highlands. I've been there before. I want to go back just for nothing else, for the purpose of doing better videos. Same thing with the Virginia Highlands. I want to go back and do a good long day hike through there. Several other areas in and around this area. I want to do a couple of things out of state, and maybe, just maybe, we'll do our first weekend or overnighter. Never overnighted hiking before, but we're going to see what we can do. So that's a little bit of what's coming up. As far as the other stuff, like the comedy and stuff, stay tuned. We're going to get that going again too. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned.